So today I would like to teach on feedback. The word feedback means that someone, relates to you how they experience you, what they think of you, and how they feel about you. So feedback is always in retrospect. In other words, it is an act that is done to you after someone has experienced you, after someone has had an encounter with you, all right? So that is feedback. So, in other words, feedback is experienced almost on a daily basis, all right? So as we talk to people, as we liaise with people, as we communicate with people, all right, we get their feedback via email, via WhatsApp, when we chat in a taxi, or maybe we're traveling in a bus, we're flying in an aeroplane, and so on and so forth. When you attend meetings, you get feedback, both verbal and non-verbal, right? So you're getting feedback all the time. Sometimes you even get feedback via WhatsApp statuses, where you find someone who is in your contacts actually writes something about you on their WhatsApp status. They are expressing how they feel about you, what they think about you, and how they are experiencing you. Now, the best feedback, let me pause on this one. The best feedback is the feedback that you request, the feedback that you solicit. Because when you ask for feedback, you are showing signs that you are a courageous, humble soul who is interested not in nursing their ego, but in actually growing as a person. All right? So it is okay when people give you feedback, when they ask if they can share how they feel about what you've done, or what they think about your ideas, and so on and so forth. But the best feedback is the one where you solicit feedback and you say to a person, may I please have feedback? Please can you tell me what is it that I can improve? How do you experience me? Do you feel that in the presentation that I've just done, I was well prepared, and so on and so forth? So you must be a person, if you are going to be successful, if you're going to grow to your potential, you must be a person who is not afraid to actually ask for feedback. All right? Now, also, if you are asked for feedback, right? If you are asked for feedback, here's what I recommend. Never give feedback to a person who does not appreciate you and does not actually take you seriously as a person of value. Only give feedback to people who will appreciate your feedback, first and foremost, who will consider it seriously. They may not use it, but they will consider it seriously. All right? Also, never give feedback for the sake of giving feedback. Actually, give feedback on something that you have experienced, whether it's positive feedback, right? Or whether it's courageous feedback. Now, what is positive feedback? It's the feedback you give to a person for things that they are doing well. So when they ask for feedback, or if you offer voluntarily to give them feedback, you actually tell them the good things that they are doing. All right? How positively you experience them. What is it that they've done that actually positively impacts your own life? Right? That is positive feedback. Another type of feedback is the one that I've mentioned already, which is called courageous feedback. Right? Tough love, in other words. Right? Constructive feedback. Now, when a person gives you constructive feedback, they require you to be courageous because they're giving you difficult feedback. It might be difficult for you to hear the things that you are not doing well. In other words, when people share with you tough feedback, it means that they are saying, because because you are human, because you are human, I think I did not like what you did, or I did not like what you said. Maybe you should consider saying it differently, or maybe you could have, used another method. Sometimes we tend to give feedback in a harsh kind of way, maybe because we are irritated, or because we are having a bad day, or maybe because we're just not feeling great on that day. All these are excuses, and we shouldn't give feedback when we are feeling bad. We must actually give feedback, especially in the workplace, especially in relationships of value that we have. We should give constructive feedback, not criticism. All right? So there is a difference between criticizing a person and actually giving constructive feedback or difficult feedback. All right? And if you are going to give constructive feedback to someone, you need to start by listing the things that they are doing well. And those things must be many. If you are going to give feedback on one issue with someone, at least you need to have about 5 or 7 things that they are doing well. And you need to really have observed them doing these things that they tend to do very well. That is how you then are able to give the feedback, all right, constructive feedback, because the person will quickly realize that actually you're not being negative, you're not being, criticizing, you're not being spiteful in your feedback. So your relationships will grow if you are a person who is honest, who is able to give constructive feedback, able to hold difficult conversations, so that after that conversation, the relationship can continue. All right. So if you like this video, please click like, please subscribe to my channel, and also please check out the description. If you'd like to sponsor this video, the information is on the description. Thank you.